Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh book from Valiant Wings. It's part of the Airframe Album series. As you can see, that's a softcover book which is dedicated to Messerschmitt Me 410 Hornis, including Me 210 and Me 310, so it's a detailed guide to the last destroyer of the German aircraft forces. And here we have a commercial sample, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff. This is already a final release, so nothing will change from what you will see in this video. And we are going to open it together and check what is actually printed inside. So again, I will remind you that this is a soft cover, quite a thick one. There should be 160 pages. They were expecting less, but then they decided to expand it a bit in order to include a bit more information. And this book is written by Richard Franks, so it is the same guy who was writing several previous books, and you can notice that it's already 16th book from the famous publisher, so we are going to open it right now. So let's open it. Here we have a small guide or contents section on what is actually printed in the book. So you can see that we start with introduction, then we go on with technical description, then we have evolution, projected development, camouflage and markings, model build, and appendices. So model build, you can notice that it is done with a Mank kit in 1/48 scale, but no worries, all this information will be actually handy with other kits as well, because there are good examples of this aircraft in a bigger or smaller scales, so you can use this information in order to enhance your build and improve your model detailing. So here at first we start with a glossary and information. Here we have a preface about this aircraft development history. So there are plenty of black and white photos. Some of them will be handy for interesting diorama scenes, for example like this one. Next, we start with a technical description. This chapter usually is dedicated to various, let's say, parts of the aircraft, because for example here you can see the cockpit section. So here you'll get detailed photos, drawings which are dedicated to the cockpit area in this aircraft, and this might be handy for a fine detailing. And as I said before, it doesn't matter which scale you would choose, still you will be able to copy some of these features in your model. And as you can see, you can notice this original color on the aircraft, which might be also handy. Maybe some weathering ideas in the cockpit. Here we continue with, for example, underwing gondolas. Here we have a wing structure, again might be handy if you plan to assemble the broken aircraft diorama. Here we have engine chapter. Next we continue with the propeller. There are two of them, as you remember, because it's twin engine. Next we go on with the fuel tank, cannon and guns. So it continues here. Radio and electrical. And here we have a section which is dedicated to the evolution of this aircraft, so we will be checking each version one by one, which is really handy because some others get confused while they are trying to replicate, for example, one particular version, and they know that this marking was, let's say, used in this aircraft, but they don't know what is the main difference between this or that version. So this section might be handy in order to understand it, because it's shown in a quite easily digestible way, let's say, so I really doubt that you have any issues. By the way, quite funny photo here, Messerschmitt in between cows. Okay, next we go on with evolution chapter again and again. So quite a wide chapter. Frankly speaking, I didn't even know that there were so many versions of this aircraft, because it was actually the last destroyer as it was written on the cover, so that's why I was thinking that there were not that many variants of this aircraft. So here we have side drawings of the this aircraft. As you can see, it's a development history, which is also quite cool because it gives you some idea on what has changed in the, I would say, the overall internal combination of this aircraft. Here we have a camouflage and markings chapter. So this one might be handy if you are not decided yet on which marking to choose. Then just read here what is printed here and you might find the marking option you would like to use on your aircraft. Of course, you will have to do some background work as well, because, for example, you get only one side profile of this marking option, you have to find more, so maybe you'll need more reference photos, maybe you'll need a bit more detailed profile, but still it is really handy because, as you can see here, we even get the stencils placement data. Some modelers or some model manufacturers do not include this information in big scales even, so it might be useful in order to improve appearance of your aircraft. And here we come to model build. So as you remember, it's a Menk kit, which is not that fresh, we can say it straight, but still it is quite interesting project because, as you can see, there is plenty of details inside and outside. And in 1/48 scale it has reasonable size because, as far as I remember, there is also offer from HPH models, but it comes in 1/32 scale and not everybody has enough space for such giants. And here we have 1/48 scale model, which is also quite big, by the way, but I would say it's more of a reasonable sizes, so I don't think that you'll have any issues, even though this is a twin engine aircraft. So as you can see, each step is shown in a quite detailed way, color printed photos, so you will get some ideas from these shots. And here we continue with the Appendix Chapter. So here we get a full list of various kits, accessories, and also decal sets for this aircraft. So this is a really useful chapter if you are not decided yet on what to build and what to add to your model. So here you get all the necessary information. You can pick the elements for your build. As you can see, for example, we have even the resin parts here, we have decals here, so you can pick the necessary elements, do the list, and then get them all together, and you know exactly what you need. But that's not all, because we also have the, let's say, bibliography for this kit. So there are plenty of books dedicated to this aircraft, and that's really cool because this book does not, let's say, pose as a I would say, exhausting source on this aircraft. They show that there are plenty of other books dedicated to this aircraft, so you can read them as well, and some of them might be handy in this area, some of them might be handy in that area, but here in this book you get all together all necessary components in an easily digestible way, I would say. And there should be, frankly speaking, I don't have information how many photos are inside, but I know that color profiles were provided by Richard Caruana, and price should be set at 20 British pounds, which is quite a reasonable price tag for such publication in my opinion. Of course, it should be available already on official Valiant Wings website, and I really recommend to hurry because they usually get sold out quickly, so next you will have to wait for the next batch. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about such book here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!